I didn't need to see 50 Cent smoking on the Irv Gotti pack 30 minutes after it was announced that Irv Gotti had passed away for me to realize that 50 Cent is an unhinged maniac. I already had 25 years of empirical evidence that 50 Cent was a maniac before yesterday. So if I had that information just by observing and being a fan of 50 Cent, which is why I can't really wrap my head around how Big Meech didn't know 50 Cent was unhinged, how Big Meech, who had a working and personal relationship with 50 Cent over the last 5 years, didn't know that 50 Cent was unhinged and that 50 Cent lived his life on one rule and one rule only. We're either foes or we're enemies. There ain't no in between. Which is why, for the likes of me, I can't figure out that if Big Meech had any intentions on having a positive relationship with 50 Cent, why he will link up with 50 Cent's arch nemesis Rick Ross. This move right here has single-handedly put Big Meech's ceremonious return back to the streets at risk, but it has also put the livelihood of his family and his son at risk as well. In our last video, we covered how because of Big Meech linking up with Rick Ross, 50 Cent is now on Instagram calling Big Meech a rat and vowing to expose Big Meech. 50 Cent posted a rat with the longest tail ever with the title, "I think I'm Big Meech." He would also write in the caption, the biggest mistake he ever made was not sustaining his relationship with Tammy, who's also co-producers on a BMF series with 50 Cent. Now, Tammy is somebody who's been linked with Big Meech for years. She's his power of attorney. She has his life rights. So she's also somebody, though, who holds the key and the secrets to the truth behind whether or not Big Meech cooperated with the feds. And 50 Cent has vowed that Tammy is now ready to talk and she's going to expose Big Meech. Ever since our last video, this entire situation has escalated quickly. Things are heating up, it's hella drama to discuss, and we're going to discuss that very shortly. But before we can discuss the updates, let's just refresh you guys on what's going on, right? Why do people think Big Meech snitched? Who's Tammy? Who's Big Meech? Where did the rumors of Big Meech snitching come from?
There's a man named Dion Cuffy Gatlin. He's the former head of the St. Louis chapter of BMF and a crucial member of the team. He's currently serving a 27-year sentence for 2 murders and drug trafficking. He claims that Big Meech is the reason he's behind bars. Cuffy and Meech's relationship go back to the 90s. At one point, Cuffy paid $250,000 for rights to the BMF entertainment arm. That's movies, that's television, and all of that. That's when Cuffy and 50 Cent's relationship started. So the question is, where did everything go wrong? Well, Cuffy claims Meech introduced him to Tammy Cohen's, who eventually convinced him to buy 100 kilos of cocaine from a source that Meech recommended. Yeah, Meech was still moving coke while he was locked up. He alleges that Tammy was an informant and Meech was aware of this, and the deal went south and he was eventually arrested. He alleges that this deal would have got Meech out of jail several years ago, but the evidence from this arrest became inadmissible in court because Tammy was having an affair with the DEA agent Keith Cromer handling the investigation. So the evidence was thrown out. And if that's true, it means that Big Meech set up his brother and didn't even get out of jail for it.
I'll be honest with you guys, 100% truthful, because when have I not been honest with you guys? It's not looking good for Big Meech, man. It's looking really bad. Because the Tammy woman who's working on behalf of Big Meech to line people up for the feds, well, 50 Cent released a short call to preview what's to come. And that Tammy lady is telling 50 Cent she's about to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and she's about to really put it out there.
I agree. It's unfortunate, right?
Yeah.
It really is, but I agree. So, we'll just let it be told when the story gets told.
Yeah,
and I'm only going to stick to the truth and keep it pushing, right?
That's it. That's all it is.
This is very bad for Big Meech for a multitude of reasons. You see, Cuffy, for the most part, has been hypothesizing, guessing, using intuition when he says that Big Meech and Tammy, cooperate with the feds to get him locked up. He's been guessing because parts of the case have been sealed to protect the identities of the confidential informants. So he don't have that information. But you know who do? Tammy do. Tammy got the paperwork that's been sealed. Tammy got her correspondent messages, interactions with the feds. She also have messages between her and Big Meech and the phone calls. And she also knows what she told the feds, and she knows what Big Meech have been telling her over the last 10 to 15 years. So if Tammy has all the information, if Tammy has the unsealed paperwork, and Tammy is coming out here to expose Big Meech, then that's it, right? Whatever Tammy says goes. If Tammy has the paperwork, it's over with. And if you're Big Meech, yo, this is your first year home. When you were locked up, you had nothing but respect and love. Rappers and entertainers and every hood dude in the industry was praying to God that you came home. They couldn't wait to embrace you. They couldn't wait to give you a bag. Well, all of that is ruined because it doesn't matter how respected you are, how much of an OG you are, how crazy your story is. If you get exposed for cooperating with the feds, it's over with, bruh. You got a permanent black stain on your name, especially you. Bro, you not somebody with talent. Like, you not a rapper who can produce hits. No, you are just a street dude who's famous, right? You are a notorious street dude. So once the rat stamp gets on your name as a notorious street dude, it's over with, bro. Ain't no more career at all. Now, according to WAC 100, that's what Tammy plans on doing. Tammy is releasing the messages between her and Big Meech, the correspondence. She's unsealing the paperwork. She's plans on exposing Big Meech in a documentary that's coming soon.
Big Meech instructs Tammy Cowan, contact the feds, but send this through Cuffy. Cuffy's man on the street. So it's a lineup anyway. Now, you remember back early 15, 16, 17, you was hearing Big Meech coming home early?
Yeah.
That was this. He was supposed to got a time cut if this went through. And he would have got it, but Tammy fucked around and started fucking the federal agent, which breached his time cut, stipulations for his time cut. So now, when you're in prison, right, and you get caught conspiring to do drug deals or distribute weapons or anything of that sort, it's a mandatory automatic minimum of 10 years. Mm-hmm. The paperwork, and I got to work, the paperwork reads, it tells you the feds, he conspired to set up the whole drug deal. It all started with him, this, that, and the other. But yet, when everybody get busted, Cuffy ended up with 20-some years, right? Meech don't get another day in jail at it. Now, let me tell you what 50 has done. 50 has got Tammy Cowan to sit down and tell about every case and scenario that Big Meech had her conspiring with the feds involving other street niggas.
They're saying cases with an S, multiple. They're saying Big Meech had Tammy cooperate and set up multiple street dudes in an attempt to get him some leniency and some time off. And Tammy reportedly has the proof, half the evidence, half the paperwork, half the messages, half the correspondence between her and Big Meech that she is putting together in a documentary. This is going to destroy Big Meech if any of this is true. I want to make this perfectly clear, though. I 100% believe this is true. And I don't even find this hard to believe. Is somehow like that era of old heads have convinced like the culture that they were the stand-up ones, and like these new dudes, they're rats, they're undisciplined, they don't have no integrity, when that's not the case at all. That era invented snitching. How you think all those dudes, bruh, somehow got life sentences, bruh, but they're all home? Right? That entire era, they all got life sentences, they all got 100 years, but somehow they all came home within 20. You know why? Because they've been telling for a long time, or they've been telling since 78. So, no, I don't find it hard to believe that Big Meech told, or Big Meech, did some underhand telling, which he got the white girl to tell so he don't have to tell. I don't feel like that's unbelievable. I feel like that's how they all operate, to be honest with you. But the worst part about all of this isn't even the consequences that's coming on Big Meech for linking up with Rick Ross. The consequences, man, is Big Meech's son, his livelihood is now at risk. Lil Meech and 50 Cent has built a pretty close relationship. 50 Cent gave Lil Meech his first acting gig, which was a really major gig, when 50 Cent booked him to play his own father in the BMF series. So 50 Cent gave Lil Meech a really big opportunity. 50 Cent also paid for Lil Meech acting classes to make sure that Lil Meech don't blow the big opportunity. So 50 Cent has essentially been a mentor and a father figure to Lil Meech. So Lil Meech has some level of love for 50 Cent. So while all of this is going on, Lil Meech decided to text 50 Cent. Lil Meech wrote 50 Cent, "They just told me you unfollowed me off Instagram and now you're managing Skilla Baby with Rocket when I brought him around you first when you didn't have a clue who he was. Now you're mad at me when I would take the shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this, man. You act as if I'm your enemy. I've only showed you love and loyalty in human. I go through my own ish, but I never switched up on you. F Ross, but he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts. This internet ish is throwing me off, man. You know me in real life." The entire family disloyal, bruh. The daddy disloyal, the son disloyal. Is the mama disloyal too? Bruh, this man just said F Rick Ross, bruh. Bro, we only cool with him right now because he paying my dad bills until the next BMF series start, bruh. We not rocking with no Rick Ross. We rocking with you, 50, which makes it all the worse. See, it's one thing if you guys had a genuine relationship with Rick Ross and you guys chose not to pick sides and just play the 50. But if 50 Cent is your homie, if 50 Cent is somebody who you have a really close relationship with, and you understand that Rick Ross is 50 Cent's arch nemesis, but you still link up and play friends with Rick Ross because Rick Ross is giving you some money, that's foul, that's flagrant, and 50 Cent got every right to violate y'all straight up. But it shouldn't even have gotten this far to where you're sending him a message right now. I don't care if my daddy is in the wrong. I don't care if my pop did some disloyal stuff, bruh. I'm loyal to my dad. And if you're online calling my dad a snitch, if you're online violating my dad, trying to end my dad's career, bruh, then it's F you too. I don't care about no next season, no series. I don't care about whatever you got going on. I don't care how you could benefit me, bruh. If you are 50 Cent and you are attacking my dad and I'm Lil Meech, bruh, it's F you too. So for you to be texting 50 Cent talking about, hey, bro, I'm still loyal to you, 50. Hey, man, but why would you unfollow me, bro? I said, bruh, the father disloyal, the son has inherited the father's Judas activities, bro. Because what is wrong with this family? Why in the world would your father be beefing with somebody and you texting that person on the side, let them know you loyal to them? It does look like they're having money issues because Lil Meech did let 50 Cent know he only needed money from Rick Ross to pay his bills until the next season of BMF that 50 Cent executive produces. So when they get their check from the next season, they'll be able to pay their bills and be independent and they won't need Ross. Well, 50 Cent responded back with eye emoji. What next season, Lil Ninja? 50 Cent is making it perfectly clear, if you need my money or my advance for the next BMF series so you could pay your bills, it ain't happening. There won't be no next season. I'm pulling the plug on this show. You are unemployed, your daddy don't got a check coming in from BMF, figure it out. This is cold, bruh. And also, too, if you're a Lil Meech, this is just bad strategy. Why would you give 50 Cent a clear path to victory? Why would you give 50 Cent where your weakness is, right? Like, why would you let 50 Cent know that you guys need BMF to pay your bills, knowing he has the series in his palm and he could end it whenever he wants? That's just dumb strategy, man. Now, other people like The Game would post to their Instagram letting Lil Meech know that he's supposed to ride or die with his daddy, and he did bad by trying to cozy up to 50 Cent behind the scenes while his father is currently beefing with 50 Cent. The Game would give Lil Meech some advice, and he would tell Lil Meech, hey, Lil Meech, you supposed to tell that ninja this BMF, I'm standing with my pops. And he would also say, yo, what happened to ninjas, man? Hey, Big Meech, you can't let 50 get at you like that. So The Game is kind of disappointed in how Big Meech and Lil Meech is handling their feud with 50 Cent. He feels like they're going outside and they're losing it, especially, bro, when they don't even look united. The worst part about all of this, Big Meech risking his income source from BMF, his son's livelihood, beefing with 50 Cent, having his reputation ruined, he risked all of this to cozy up to Rick Ross, when, in fact, Rick Ross don't even really F with Big Meech like that. It's perfectly clear that Rick Ross used Big Meech in his beef with 50 Cent. And Rick Ross sees all of this as a game.
Listen, you wouldn't be able to imagine how many different times motherfuckers tried to fix the issues with me and Curly Jackson. No. I always said no. Why? It's a free TV show for me. I could wake up in the morning and say, that pussy nigga can't dress. Nigga's a peon and he ain't got no paper. None. All that aqua vitamin water shit was foo-foo. Stop. And then I could just run an ad. It's like having a TV show. Diss a nigga, turn it, ratings up, boom. Then you give him a commercial, boom. And say Rick Ross Car Show June 7th. You feel me? That's what I got. I could wake up and who else could do that? I could wake up, fuck 50. That niggas got no paper. Tight clothes nigga be wearing a Yankee hat with a Casablanca button up with the collar halfway turned up. Stop.
Rick Ross sees this as a game. But for Big Meech and Lil Meech, you know, their reputation is at risk. Their income source is at risk. How they would feed their families is at risk. And their relationship with 50 Cent is permanently burned. All because they wanted to link up with Rick Ross. Now, Rick Ross probably tossed them $100,000 just because to get back at 50 Cent. But because they chose money over morals, or they chose money over a friendship, their life right now is in turmoil. And 50 Cent right now is committed to making sure their reputation is ruined and they don't get no more love from the streets. Because think about it, bruh. The BMF brand and name, all that's left to it is integrity, morals, and principles, right? Big Meech is a symbol for he did it big in the streets. He took his time. He stayed quiet. He held it down. But if that BMF name gets attached to snitching, it's over with, man. It's done. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, bro? All right, do y'all feel like Big Meech told? Do y'all feel like they did 50 Cent wrong? Let me know, right? And if you're still watching, click on this video somewhere on my screen here to find out how Jim Jones threatened to walk out of this interview before he got exposed. Click on this video right here to find out exactly how the interviewer was about to expose him before he threatened to walk out the interview. I'm gonna see you guys in this video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.